Hey guys, I'm Elizabeth Newsom and welcome to my booktube channel. Today I'm going to see how well I know my bookshelves. So obviously this is in my dorm. I don't have that many bookshelves to start with. I got this idea from Jesse the Reader and I'll link his original video down below because I really liked it. And what's funny today is actually I plan to film a bookshelf tour, so I'm probably going to do that after I finish this game because I don't want to artificially familiarize myself with my books. So what I'll be doing is I'll use my phone for a random number generator, and I have 4 shelves full of books, and then there's a certain number of books within that shelf. So I'll ask Siri to generate a number between 1 and 4, and then to generate another number between like maybe 1 and 20 or something. I'll pick out that book and I'll have to tell you what it's about. Also, I looked at the light. I have 2 sources of lighting. A lot of times I usually just film by my window, but as you can see, it's still dark outside. My roommates are probably asleep, and I really hope I'm not waking them up with this video. It's not. It's like 7 Saturday morning. I guess there are clouds outside because I'm pretty sure it would normally be light. Anyway, one of these light sources may or may not go out. We'll just have to see. Generate a number between 1 and 4.
The answer is 2.
2. We'll go from the top. 1, 2. Give me a random number.
It's 15.
15. Okay, I think this has 15.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Design Smarts. It's by Mitzi Beach. I actually got this book at an expo. Recently I went to the Christian Product Expo and I vlogged that, filmed it. You can see it if you want to. One of the other authors there at the expo who was with the same company I was, Brookstone, had this book, and it's about interior design for what she calls people who are 050 or over 50. And I'm not over 50, but she said, you know, maybe I could get something from it. And it's about organization and interior design. So I mean, that looks cool. Other than that, I have not read it. And I don't know when I'm going to read it. That's what it's about. Also, for this book challenge, I'm not allowed to look at the back cover. So just so you know. But yeah, here's a picture of Mitzi. Generate a number between 1 and 4.
It's 1.
1. Okay.
The answer is 1.
1. All right. So this is the Bible. I better be able to tell you something about it. Inside this is one of my favorite Bibles. It's a New Century version, which is okay. Sometimes I like a bit more of the original translation, like New King James, which is why I have a New King James here. But this Bible is primarily my church Bible. It's handy because I went through one of those read the Bible in a year plans, and I read through it all, and so let's see, I wouldn't say most of the pages are highlighted, but I mean all the pages have been read and have like stuff in them and notes and my previous thoughts, so it's helpful to reference those. I just think this Bible is really cool because I've had it since I was 13. Yeah, I got it on my 13th birthday by my parents. It says my name on it. And so it's just really cool to see all of the marks in here I've left all throughout my teenage years, and just seeing how my perspectives have changed and developed. I know some people, when they mark up their Bibles a lot, like to get new Bibles, but first of all, I love like all the different colors in here. This is Proverbs. I did have a color code, but I just did rainbow for Proverbs. Anyway, this is my New Century Version Bible. I am very fond of it. I mean, I couldn't tell you what the Bible's about, which is essentially about how God loves us so much that he made this huge sacrifice on our behalf. In my opinion, if you get anything out of the Bible other than that God loves you a lot, I think you're probably reading it wrong. But that is a whole other topic for a different time. Generate a number between 1 and 4.
The answer is 2.
13. Oh, this is a good one. This is Blink. I listened to the audiobook version of it, but I really like Malcolm Gladwell's writing, so it's about how we make these split-second decisions, and one of the most fascinating parts of this book that I liked was about micro-expressions. If you go through videos and you like play, pause, you can see these little micro-expressions flash across people's faces, and if you're trained well enough, you could start to pay attention to them. But that's honestly the main thing I remember about it. It's not a lot, but it's something. I should probably reread it. So it talks about revealing the decisions between good decision making and bad, and it's about our ability to focus on a few particular details. So I don't know. I got a part of the book, but I don't think I really got the concept of the book. Generate a number between 1 and 4.
The answer is 3.
Oh, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna have to move the camera down. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, which you can tell by the cover. So in this Beauty and the Beast, it asks, what if Belle's mother were the enchantress? A really great friend of mine gave this to me for high school graduation when she saw me looking at it at Barnes & Noble. I haven't gotten around to reading it just because it looks so similar to the Disney movie Beauty and the Beast. It's like, would I just really be reading the movie? If it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling, I kind of want something new and fresh and original with some of the same beats and vibes that the old one has, which is a very delicate balance in fairy tale retellings.
The answer is 3.
1, 2, 3. So this is funny because I don't really know what this is about, but it's called Evicted. It's about homeless people, like people who become homeless because they were kicked out, and apparently it's really sad. And apparently, as a sophomore for honors, there we go, sit up a bit so you can see my face. The honors sophomores are supposed to read this book because we're doing a service project off of it where we help build homes, I think, for the homeless, because housing can be hard and expensive for some people. And that's all I know about it. It says Poverty and Profit in the American City. So I have heard it's a pretty heart-wrenching book and that I should steel myself because it's hard to read. There you have Evicted. So I probably didn't know that one too well. And I didn't really know Blink that well, which is bad considering that I've actually read that one. Now, for our last book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Biology for the Informed Citizen. Ha! I've actually not really read this. I started to read it. It was for my biology and pop culture class until I realized that the professor only tests based on the lectures, and his lectures have everything you need to know in them. And then I kinda tried to kind of read the book. But I'm a really bad book learner, which is really ironic because I love books. But I learn more based off of lectures and taking notes at the same time because I tend to be a kinesthetic learner, so if I can do something and involve myself with the material, reading is just too passive to learn for me. I guess it's about relevant biology questions for the informed citizen, like honeybees disappearing, how many people can the earth hold, how come ice cream makes some people sick, so some kind of like practical, interesting things. There, a light went out. Call me pessimistic, but I knew that would happen. Let's see if it'll last. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe because I post one bookish video a week. In this case, it was about seeing how well I know my bookshelves, which I think is decently well. I mean, considering it's such a small bookshelf. There are obviously some books that I'm not familiar with. And as always, I'd love to hear from you guys. In the comments, let me know what you thought of my limited bookshelf collection and how well you think you know your bookshelves. Let me know down below and I'll see you next time. Bye!